Good evening, dear friends. Tonight, let's settle in for a cozy tale about a little pup named Max who believed in miracles. So, grab your blanket, snuggle up with your furry friend, and let's begin this magical Christmas story. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town nestled between snow-covered hills, lived a small, scruffy puppy named Max. Max wasn't just any puppy. He had a heart so big it seemed to glow like the Christmas lights in the town square. But Max wasn't always this cheerful. You see, he had once been a stray, wandering through icy streets, dreaming of a warm home, a cozy bed, and a family to call his own. This would be his very first Christmas in his forever home, and Max wanted it to be perfect. Max had been adopted just a few months ago by a kind woman named Sarah. She had a soft spot for animals who needed a little extra love, and Max quickly became the center of her world. Together, they shared everything: walks in the park, afternoon naps, and especially bedtime cuddles. But this Christmas, Max felt like something special was in the air. As the days grew colder and the snow piled high, Max noticed Sarah bustling around the house with ribbons, shiny paper, and twinkling lights. The smell of cinnamon cookies filled the air, and a giant tree with sparkling ornaments appeared in the corner of the living room. "What's all this for?" Max thought to himself as he sniffed the ornaments. Sarah knelt down and scratched his ears, smiling. "It's Christmas, Max," she said. "A time for joy, love, and maybe even a little magic." Max didn't understand much about Christmas, but he did understand one thing. Sarah's eyes sparkled when she talked about it. And if it made her happy, Max was determined to make it even better. That night, as Max snuggled into his fluffy bed by the fire, he looked up at Sarah. If Christmas is so magical, he thought, maybe it can make wishes come true. And with that, Max closed his eyes and made a wish. "I wish for something special this Christmas. Something Sarah will never forget. Something magical." The next morning, Max woke up to find the world covered in a blanket of fresh snow. As Sarah bundled up to take him for his morning walk, Max noticed something unusual by the front door: a small envelope sealed with a wax stamp. "What's this?" Sarah wondered aloud as she picked it up. She opened the letter and read it slowly, her eyes widening with surprise. It said, "Dear Sarah and Max, the magic of Christmas is all around you. Tonight, under the glow of the Christmas tree, you'll find a special gift. But to unlock it, you must believe in the spirit of the season. With love, Santa." Sarah laughed and shook her head. "Looks like someone's playing a little prank on us, Max," she said. But Max didn't think it was a prank. His tail wagged furiously. He just knew this was the start of something amazing. All day, Max watched as Sarah prepared for Christmas Eve. She baked cookies, wrapped presents, and hummed along to holiday tunes. Max tried to help by carrying ribbons and occasionally sneaking a cookie crumb off the floor. As night fell, the little house glowed with warmth, the tree lights twinkled, and the snow outside sparkled under the moonlight. Sarah curled up on the couch with a blanket, Max by her side, as they watched their favorite Christmas movie. But Max couldn't stop thinking about the letter. What special gift could Santa mean? And why did it feel like the magic was getting stronger? When the movie ended, Sarah turned off the TV and sighed happily. "It's time for bed, Max," she said, giving him a loving pat. But as she stood up, something strange happened. A soft golden glow appeared under the tree. And Max barked softly, his ears perked up. Sarah turned and gasped. Under the tree was a beautifully wrapped box that hadn't been there before. "What in the world?" Sarah murmured, kneeling down to open it. Inside was a small knitted scarf, just the right size for Max. It was red and green, with tiny paw prints stitched into the fabric. And beneath the scarf was a note. "To Max, the pup with the biggest heart, may your first Christmas be filled with love, warmth, and plenty of cuddles. Thank you for bringing joy into Sarah's life. Merry Christmas, Santa." Sarah looked at Max with tears in her eyes. "Did you do this, buddy?" she whispered. Max barked happily, wagging his tail so hard it thumped against the floor. In that moment, Sarah hugged Max tightly, her heart full of love. And Max knew his wish had come true. He had brought Sarah something magical, a reminder of the joy and wonder of Christmas. And so, Max and Sarah spent their first Christmas together, wrapped in warmth and love. For Max, it wasn't just about the gift under the tree. It was about the miracle of finding a family, a home, and a heart to call his own. And for Sarah, it was a reminder that sometimes the most magical moments come from the smallest, scruffiest bundles of joy. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.